Give me the gore details.
You want the gory details? Yeah?
I want all the gory details.
Tell her all the gory details, you snake.
Hear the gory details.
Not the gory details.
Gory detail with which you speak.
Call you later with all the gory details.
All right, just give me the gory details.
With all the gory details.
Don't have to recount all the gory details.
They're not wanting to hear the gory details, I guess.
Spare me.
Spare me.
Not a lover's quarrel, pal.
Spare me!
Spare me the fucking details.
boy. Mon Scott, what's up, dude? Long time no see, brother. Lurk away. Oh, feels good to be out of that coffin. Oh, hey. That's me. Let's get gory. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, guys and ghouls, ghosts and goblins. If you're new here, hi, I'm your ghostess with the mostest Sean Gory, and I'll spare you the gory details. I'm dead excited to be here with you all this evening for our Monster Monday broadcast, where we're coming to you live from a little bit of Halo Infinite. It's hard to say Halo Infinite without just instantly regurgitating Halo the MCC or Halo the Master Chief Collection, because we've only been playing that for forever. We're doing something special here. This is part 2 of us forging Nacht der Untoten from the Call of Duty Nazi Zombie series here in Halo Infinite's custom map making forge capabilities that just launched this last update. I say part 2 because part 1 happened to be during our 12-hour charity broadcast where we were playing games and healing kids with this little thing called Extra Life. For those of you who don't know, Extra Life is this absolutely free 24-hour charity gaming marathon where we play games and heal kids by raising funds and awareness, and it all goes directly to kids in need in the Children's Miracle Network hospitals. What is crazy is that every minute, 62 kids actually enter a Children's Miracle Network hospital. That's per minute. 62 kids per minute. That's just over a child per second. And they all need intensive care immediately. And what's even crazier than the absolute influx and the absolute demand for care for these children is the incredible response that the Children's Miracle Network hospitals provide. In fact, all of these kids receive the care they deserve without ever receiving a bill. That is right, and that is only made possible through events like Extra Life and from fundraising and playing games here with Extra Life. So, speaking of Extra Life, you might notice that above my shoulder, Coax117 used their Phantom points to make me donate $1 Extra Life. That's exactly what I'm going to do here. I'm going to slap the cans on. I didn't love that throw. Wasn't a bad one. What's up, Brayden? What's up, fellow Extra Lifer? Welcome to the Extra Life family, buddy. Let me give you a wave, and I'll even slap some Extra Life emotes on there for you. Just want to say hi. I'll be back in a bit to show some love and use you as my cooking sport. Welcome, Lone Wolf. Welcome, welcome. Hold on. Welcome, buddy. So yeah, I'm going to move my giant head of the way. We'll done to Extra Life, and then we'll pick up right back where we left off on the Nacht der Untoten progress. Let's do it. Brilliant. Should probably launch the game up, not Jackbox. Probably launch the game up. That'd be most beneficial, I think. I'm actually kind of glad you guys get to see this, because this intro splash screen is just so pretty. A cave Minecraft is meant for me. Uh-oh, I played for like 2 hours, found diamonds, and every time I got killed by a skeleton. Skeletons scare the crap out of me, because like, you don't hear them typically. Like, if you're like mining, you'll hear like the shuffle of their bones through a wall, that's fine. But when I'm out and about, I don't hear them until they just shoot me. So I just get hit, and like your character moves, and it's scary. They scare the crap out of me. And like, because they're like applying force, I mean, every creature that hits you applies a force, right? But if you're like doing something precarious, like where you could fall to your death, that'll happen. That'll happen. The mini zombies are the worst because they're so fast, Mon Scott. They're just they just zoom. They do not care. They're so fast. And what's funny too is like if you try building like a barrier or something to like keep them out, well, if the blocks are up high but not down low, they'll just zip right underneath. Do a barrel roll. All right, Chebs. Just for you, buddy. Here we go.
Do a barrel roll.
Thank you, buddy. I'm trying to put some tunes on here. Okay. They're working again. Cool. Chebs, I'll mark those as complete. Okay, so we're gonna go to Forge. Oh yeah, I did have to extra life real quick. Oh, and a dab? Thank you for the dab, Braden. I'm doing alright, Chabs. Can you do a barrel roll in Forge? Probably, actually. I'm sure if you could forge yourself into a vehicle and then just invert it over and over, you could do it. My favorite boomer, what's up, Tuesday? Welcome. Wait a minute, Tuesday. It's Monday. What are you doing here so soon? Alright, so let me go to my extra life donation page. Gore's the best at barrel rolls? Well, thank you. Thank you. I try. I'm going to click donate. This is for Phantom points. Coax, I'm going to go ahead and give you a drum roll. Mrs. Gore is doing well, Braden. She kicked butt at work today. And, yeah, she's just enjoying being home. Enjoying being home. Oh, that's so funny. Yep. Yeah, Stream Elements is still running the ad for my HelloFresh sponsorship. All right. We donated to Extra Life. We can mark these as complete. So, my files. Nacht der Untoten. We're in version 80? Coax has been busy. So this was something we worked on for 12 hours during our 12-hour charity broadcast this weekend for raising $6,000 for kids in need. There's notification. We're raising $6,000. Don't apologize. Raising $6,000 for kids in need. I said if we could raise $3,000, we'd do a 6-hour stream. I said if we could raise $6,000, we'd do a 12-hour stream. That's what we did this weekend here. I figured out OBS, so I streamed for the first time today. What we're using to stream before, Braden, were you just using like the Twitch app, like NVIDIA GeForce experience, like the Shadow experience has like a broadcast feature. I know that Elgato has broadcast features. Twitch Studio, exactly. So Twitch Studio does have their own broadcast software. It's fine. You could have totally used like the Extra Life plugins inside of Twitch Studio because they're just browser sources. Okay. Oh, there's flickering lights. Oh my gosh. Okay. So I have to figure out the controls. I'm on PC now, and I've never done Forge on PC. Okay, so there's flickering lights. That's most dope. Did Coax fix the stairs? Okay, how do I switch? F5 is to do player. Coax got a stairway in. There's fog. Coax added trees? What? What? Oh my gosh. There are trucks. Oh, Gory's on keyboard and mouse. Yeah, you thought I was dangerous on a on a controller. Okay, that doesn't look bad. Like the palette and like in the window frame. Your settings are low. That fog should not be like that. Video. Field of view, that's fine. Frame rate, that's fine. VSync, graphics. I'm on high for everything. I'll come here on PC now, Mr. Gory. Because with Forge, there's a lot of stuff you have to do that's like really in depth in terms of like selecting things. So for example, like choosing a texture for this wall. How do I go to options here? Delete, edit, move, increase, decrease, boost, camera, quick save, Spartan. Open Forge menu R. So if I go into not accents, here we go. So if I go in like, I can choose the different that doesn't help. Concrete, correct. There we go. So I can like choose different settings and stuff, and like doing all this inside of a controller, it's not terrible. but I figured I'd give it a shot with the PC here. So I know we want UNSC concrete cracked. There we go. Oh my gosh, I'm very happy to help, Brayden. Very happy to help. I added a cold-gram effect to a lot of the stuff instead of dirt, FYI. Coax, once we get stuff like, whoa. Yeah, dude, we had to have added like a volumetric fog because there's no way that's the draw distance. Weird. Weird. Oh, you got a perimeter fence too. Oh, you got the offset working, Coax? Look at you. You added terrain and debris here? What a guy. Yeah, hit R and go into settings and disable the volumetric fog. R, F5. R. Let's see here. It's like I'm using just like my middle mouse wheel to just scroll through stuff, which is great. Sky rendering fog, atmospheric fog. Let me just turn it to 1. There we go. So I literally just hit 1 on the keyboard instead of like going through and selecting it on my controller, if that makes any sense. Under environment, no, not that one. Okay, so there's specifically volumetric fog. All right, fine. I'll put this back up to 5. Volumetric fog. Volumetric. Off. There's dead bodies out here. This fence looks great. There's even a little door here. Coax got flaming barrels with trash. I love it. I love it. The one tutorial I watched, they literally had like just a really shrunk down terrain inside of it. Trash works. Trash works. Okay, Coax added terrain out here. Coax has been busy. Yeah, there was a lot of fencing in the reference I've got. It's not totally bordered off, which I think is fine. And if we gotta, if we gotta get rid of some fencing, we totally can. But no, you got the trucks in there. That's so sick. D, start going on mute. Message me if you have any questions. Will do, Coax. Thank you, buddy. Good luck on your rolls, buddy. Get all the nat 20s. How do I punch? I don't even know how I just switched my weapon. Oh, the wheel. Alright, well, let me go back into monitor mode. How do I boost? Shift. Oh, that's way unnecessary. How come you listen to 4 Miss Girls? You always seem super happy. I listen to all kinds of stuff, man, and I am super happy. And just because someone sings about heavy stuff doesn't mean you can't enjoy it. We've all been through some stuff, and sometimes hearing that you're not alone isn't such a bad deal. Oh, Coax added vending machines and stuff like the perk machines. That's awesome. That's awesome. Oh, let's check out the first floor too. Some more. Oh, wow. Okay, Coax added fully decked out shelves. Light over the door. Awesome. Some debris over here. Check the mystery box. The mystery box would be right around here. Oh, did I ever take the... Hold on. Ancillary properties. There's still a delay. There we go. So the mystery box should have been... Or will be here. Did I mess up? No, I didn't. Let's see what else we got. Okay. Things are still looking good. Things are looking good. What face cam do I use? I use the Elgato face cam. I used to use the Logitech C920 for a long time. This isn't drivable, right? I used to use the Logitech C920 for a long time, and it worked great. But I upgraded since then. It was a little Christmas gift I got. Gory in 4K, exactly. I mean, I could broadcast it to 4K, but I'm sure my computer would hate me. And also, whose internet is so good that they're getting 4K resolution live, right? So, 1080p in either 60 or 30 frames per second works just fine. Your internet's that good? Okay. That flickering light's really cool. Yeah, there's like cables on the floor. Awesome. Was this light flicker too? Oh, he even has a light on the ground. Coax has been busy. I'm gonna Ethernet cable. I'm too. Yep. No, Wi-Fi's trash. Wi-Fi. Do not use Wi-Fi. Okay. Well, let me take a little mental note here. So obviously we need to put walls up here on this top floor. This whole area, I want to say this is gonna be railings here. I think I can delete this. I don't want to risk my IP getting leaked. Exactly. All right, so let me just zoom out, and I'm gonna work on this room next, or finish kind of this area. There's a lot to be done over here, and I don't know. We got a lot of extra walls, or at least pillars over here. I gotta investigate into this. Hit R to go into folders and right-click on a folder when you start adding stuff. You can set something as working folder so new stuff goes into there. Okay. So R, folders. Is there anything in this? What tattoo that you have hurt the most, do you think? Such didn't hurt? That's a good question, Braden. Hold on. So, let me go to the main close-up here a little bit. So, right here, like just underneath the arm, close to the armpit, it felt like someone had like just a lighter or a blowtorch to the entire time. It was just super painful. Everything else was pretty much about the same, except for the elbow. That was a weird sensation because it's just there's no meat, there's just skin and bone. And I've literally got appointments scheduled to finish my spooky sleeve here, and I've already got that spot tattooed, but I'm gonna get it covered up with some more stuff, so I get to enjoy that again, which will be fun. So bots, we don't have any bots at the moment, but I'm gonna just close that folder. Capture flag, cameras, initial spawns. Yeah, you should probably wait until you're 18, Brayden, just because your body's still changing, and like stuff distorts. I feel like we've talked about this before. Okay, that's cool. Your friend has one? I'm not saying that's a bad thing, but maybe it's not the best. Yeah, and like the things you enjoy now aren't the things you're gonna enjoy later. Foundation, that makes sense. Ground floor. We can hide the entire ground floor. Awesome. Ground floor decorations. Okay. Prefabs. We need those. You've mentioned that. The story's not over, man. The story's not over. Okay, so set as working folder. Cool, so we're gonna work on the second floor for a bit. I need to pull up my reference because this shape seems right, but I'm not sure if we need all of these pieces here. So let me pull up some reference. You're dying laughing on your walk home today. Why is that? Okay, so we definitely do have this inset here, which is what we have in Halo. And so these pillars are necessary. Oh, I just selected way too much stuff. Nope. Is there an undo feature? Yep, it's Control Z. Quick save is Control S. Cool. Okay, so this is still prefabbed. We can unprefab it. I was watching a YouTuber, he's called Jakerton. Basically, his thing is he's a boomer and reacts to Gen Z memes. That's hilarious. That is hilarious. So, were you listening to it while you were walking home, or were you watching it while walking? Okay, that stays. I need to defab this. And also, these seemed misaligned, or unless it's just the floor. This is at negative. Hold on. I'm not sure this coordinate's right. 705, that seems possible. 26, that seems. Hold on. I could still read what you meant, Braden. I wouldn't worry too much about it. Don't lose sleep over it. So there are some goofy coordinates going on here. There is a way for me to edit my snaps. Boost, toggle, movement speed. Okay, this seems much better. There's my movement speed. I don't need to boost like crazy. Okay. Open Forge menu or open game menu? Open Forge menu. I'm gonna change the snaps here. 1 foot, 1 foot, 1 foot. Okay. I'm gonna lose sleep, and AI dislikes me. I'm gonna sleep for next week because I've disappointed my mod. I mean, I can see why it stopped that. You technically just dropped a term that they consider to be offensive. That makes sense. Yeah, like this is at 193. I believe that could be a thing that happens naturally. 70.5? 505.50? Probably not. So if I want to go to move mode. Move mode. Okay. I believe you. I believe you. I believe you. Maybe these coordinates are off because it's... Now I'm ultra confused. Yeah, something's not right here. Also, generally, FYI, I use a lot of 1/2 snapping. Oh. Why aren't the emotes appearing on stream? That's a good question. Try again, Brayden. Try again. There they are. Well, that makes me a little bit nervous. Whoa, that'll do it, Brayden. That'll do it. Got it. To actually move things, I'm in move mode, right? Duplicate, exit move mode, increase snap, decrease snap. Quick save, okay. This seems good. The doorways, you gotta use a small step and just lower a little for Z fighting. Oh, I see that right there. Oh, what? Gonna undo a bunch. Okay, so I'm at the point where I just deleted some stuff, which is good. Okay, let me look at the reference again, because I know this is open here. So we have a broken wall here, and then just a bunch of sandbags. You am the big funny. Yes. Okay, so, do we need any... There's gonna be a broken wall here. I can worry about that later. Do we need these... We won't need any of these pillars, except for the ones in the corners. This is good. Oh, there is going to be a vertical pillar, and its size is going to get reduced eventually. There we go. Do I have a question? I don't know if I should say it, though. Well, if you're unsure, chances are it's probably best to just DM. Huh. I keep hearing like sounds like I'm doing something. It's my Twitch. Okay, go on. I suppose it's not the end of the world that this part is hanging out. Not sure why it is, but I'm gonna leave it go for now. Okay. So then we'll probably need all these walls here. I believe that. This one is gonna be broken, but we can break stuff later. So we want 1, 2, 3 of these medium walls, and there should be ones below us we can steal. How does someone get mod? That's a good question. I don't really have a need for mods at the moment. I am all good on mods, but I imagine it helps when I know you in real life. Okay, so if I want to duplicate, I can Control D. They are duplicated. That sound is the magnet. Let me turn magnets off. I think that's the magnet. So if I can move these without magnets or making like a record scratching sound, then we're good. We did it. It was the magnet that was making that sound. Okay, now I got questions. Did we shorten the walls? And we must have shortened the walls and made so that they only come all the way up if we get a cross on the top, maybe? Are there any walls that aren't like grouped up? Here we go. So if I delete you. Okay, we shorten the walls. We shorten the walls. Not a bad thing. And that makes sense because we're going to have these cross beams and everything. Okay. Did I tell you my extra life goal, Miss Gory? You didn't actually. What's up, nerds? What's up, Bashstick? Speaking of fellow extra lifers, what's your goal this year, Braden? Check this out. I'm literally gonna take this and duplicate Control D. Nope, that's still grouped together. So it doesn't like that I duplicate something and then Control D. Starting decently small with only 1K. That's a great goal, Braden. That's a great goal. I hope you get it. Alright, I'm just gonna grab one of these mediums here. Actually, is it a medium or is it a large? Let's find out. You got this. Is my goal also? That's awesome, Bash. That is awesome. Posture check. I think the closest I've ever come was like 600-ish. Oh, man. Do you know what? You were shooting for the stars, and you might have missed, but you still made it to another world. Out of this world, man. That is pretty sweet. Thank you for that posture check, Braden. Let's be a reminder for everyone at home to make sure they're sitting up straight as well. Almost got my second ever silver medal. Woohoo! So did you sign up for platinum this year then, Bash Sticks? Because there are different levels of involvement, right? Like there's a totally free level, which is cool. But if you want like the t-shirts and the medals and the computer mice and the keyboards and the water bottles and all the stuff, you gotta sign up for Extra Life Platinum, which I think is only like 20 bucks. Okay, so this one's a large? Is that right? Yep, they're doing a keyboard this year, Braden. They're doing a keyboard. This one should be this one should be a large, and then there should be a medium, so it's small, medium, large, medium. Do you have an example? Let me Google that for you. There it is. That was a new incentive. For anyone who's raised over $2,000 this year, you got until December 31st, the rest of the year, you can unlock a Extra Life keyboard. And look, that's your boy. I haven't even seen this yet. They posted this earlier today, and I saw that. I haven't... When did this get published? Oh, 6 days ago. Why is it on the top? There's no way that's the last thing they've published this week. Whatever. I'm not giving up my super dream. Do it, Braden. Do it. Okay, so we're gonna start from this wall, this short wall, because we know it's a short, a medium, large, medium, large, large, medium, large, large. We're gonna take a look. Delete. Delete. So we're gonna do, we got a small. We're gonna do a medium. Let me go get a medium. Whoa, I just whipped that like crazy. I wish I could raise that much, right? Do you know what? All you gotta do is ask. Honestly, just spread the word. You would be amazed at the charity of strangers. How do I rotate stuff? Rotate, rotate, rotate. Nope. So move. Control W. Rotate. Control E. Sweet. And then move mode is Control W. Got it. You're following me on Twitter? Awesome. Awesome. I'll have to follow you back. Assuming Twitter still exists in a little bit. It's kind of going to heck and handbasket this week. I think this is level. Can I just like adjust my height and increase snap? Magnets on. I don't want magnets. Let me deselect. Is there a way to just shift? Control. Weird. The controls are definitely different from Xbox. Twitter's so trolly now. I mean, Twitter's been weird this year, man. Like, I would see that stuff that I'm interested in was trending, and I check it out, and it is not what I was thinking at all. It was some adult content. I'm like, okay, like, this is not the Rick and Morty I was looking for. I only use it for some animations and stuff like that. We're gonna talk about what kind of animations. Ah, I understand. Okay. So we want a medium. Wrong thing. Medium, a large, and a large. We're gonna give that a shot. Teenage male mind is a beautiful place. That's... I'm not sure beautiful is the right word. Hold on. You. I can select multiple objects with shift, right? Cool. Robot Mitch, what's up, friendo? Happy Monday. How are you? Looking good. Right back at you, Rude Boy. Welcome to the stream, friendo. Day was good, Braden. I actually got a lot done at work, which is always a good feeling. Because things are kind of stressful with the break coming up with Thanksgiving. And everyone's trying to get a lot done. And I was able to do a lot, which makes me feel good. Oh, this is Vila. I love Vila. This is... Of course, I click the page and it crashes. Stupid. It's an edit. Genie of Head by Devo Loops. That's 1,000% Vila's voice, even though I don't see her credit on here, which makes my heart sad. You're doing good. Glad to hear it, Mitch. I only have school tomorrow, then I'm off the rest of the week. 2-day school week. Oh my gosh. That is a sweet deal, friend. Okay, so how do I do scale? It's Control E. There we go. I don't think I said the S word. I don't think so. I mean, I'm happy to join actually if I'm wrong, but I don't think I said a bad word. I must have said shoot. I don't.
Oh my God.
Oh no! A huge swarm of infected are coming from every direction. It's a raid from Game Tease. There are 5 billion. Raider Cantha's raiding. We got a double raid. What? Oh my gosh. Well, hey there. Let me go to the raid screen real quick and we'll say hello. Attack! Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, guys and girls, ghosts and goblins. If you're new here, hi, my name is Sean Gory, and I'll spare you the gory details. I'm dead excited to have you all this evening, where we are coming to you live from our Monster Monday broadcast. We're doing a little bit of Halo Infinite Forge that just came out this month. We're recreating Nacht der Untoten from Call of Duty Nazi Zombies here in Halo, so maybe we could run around and fight some infected. Game Tease, Reddercat, thank you guys so much for that double raid. How did your guys' streams go? Tell me all about it. This raid screen's trippy, thank you. Got a raid and run, hope it... Reddercat, thank you so much. I know I typically don't get to spend a lot of time in a lot of the streams I raid either, because it's like bedtime when I'm done. But thank you so much for that raid. Did Fall Guys? Game Tease, you're a better man than I if you can have the patience for that. That game makes my blood boil. Blood boil. You sang at the end? Oh my gosh, I'm going to have to look this up. Let me get my head out of the way. We'll get back into the gameplay here. You love the positivity? Good. I think this is right where we want it to be. This guy's missing a base at his bottom, though. Oh, no? There is a base. He's just into the floor. I gotta figure out what is snapping here. Gory stream themes and visuals are top tier. Thank you very much, chaps. Get out of here with your compliments. I try to go with that positivity. I try. I mean, this is a nice, even, flat surface value. Oh, there was already a gap here. Hold on. I think I figured out where Coax left off. Halo tomorrow, Mr. Gory. That's the plan. We'll be doing some more the Master Chief Collection, unless we happen to find ourselves inside of Halo Infinite, which I really doubt. Like, I know the map I'm working on right now is nowhere near completion, but yeah, we should be in good shape, I think. Okay, I almost feel like these pillars should be lining up. I have questions. What are you building? I'll show you, Bash. I'm building Nacht der Untoten from Call of Duty Black Ops 1, and that was brought back for Call of Duty Black Ops 3 for their Zombie Chronicles collection. If I pull up some reference images, you might recognize it if you've ever played Call of Duty Nazi Zombies. Here we go. Come on. It's like that's a stairway you go up. There's some windows you gotta board up. There's debris. Yep, Coex made this light and like this shelf. This is like the spot you spawn. Like this window's one of the first things you see. This is the mystery box. You can get your gun. You can go upstairs. Yep. This is the second floor. We're kind of just floating around in just now. Railing in the third room, technically. You have both installed. You're good? Good, good, good. Nacht der Untoten was originally from World at War. It was the first ever zombies map. It was actually. So like you would only unlock it by beating the game. And it's almost implied like you woke up there and the zombies were attacking. And it was just like a bonus thing. And it turned like its own like meta, if that makes any sense. Alright, so I've got questions and doubts about how some of the stuff on the second floor is like aligned. I did say it's from Black Ops 1. You're right. I was mistaken. It was originally in World at War. It was brought back for Black Ops 1, and it was brought back again for Black Ops 3 Zombie Chronicles, and it even made its way onto like the iPod Touch and like a mobile version. Okay, this all looks great down here. So let's just kind of follow up and go clockwise. These line up, but this does not. So then let's take you. We're going to duplicate these. Duplicate, Control D. So this wall's a little, like, it doesn't overlap into the rest of the walls as much as I would have liked, but it fits. And I think we're going to put a window here. Maybe not. It might go right here. It's fine. I'll get the walls up first. We're doing initial blocking. We can break stuff and make it pretty after we get it working. It was technically in Call of Duty Black Ops 2 as well. There's a map called Transit where you're on a bus and you're going on, like, around a big bus line in a loop, and if you just take off running into the cornfield where there's these creatures called denizens that will attack you, hidden in the cornfield there is this abandoned structure. Most of it's basically boarded up or closed off and like ruined and full of debris. However, I think there is like a weapon or two you can buy off the wall there, and I also think that's where certain buildable parts can be picked up for the wonder weapon there, which is this giant turbine gun. There it is. Black Ops 2 in the fog of transit. Yep. So it existed in other games, but it really started in World at War. But we're getting a lot done. It feels good. Okay. So that wall's up. Oh yeah, all three of these guys are misaligned. Hold on. How is this pillar doing? This pillar's doing great, so you. Oh, I missed something. There. Now we're nice and aligned here. And that's going to affect where we place some walls. Yeah, this guy was already too far forward. Oops. There we go. Alright, Miss Garamba, head out and play some World at War. What are the odds? I are back, ye old man. What's up, Lone Wolf? Welcome back, buddy. Okay, so let me take a look. There's some Z fighting going on. Why is there Z fighting? Because this is too far back. And it's also too high. There, and that was doing some goofy Z fighting before, so we fixed it now. I'm gonna delete this for now. I know I want these to be smalls. I don't know what dimensions they are at the moment. Giant Eagle in my city has no ground beef. You keep saying that they keep running out of meat. I have never had that problem. I think you need to start going a little outside your zones here if this is becoming a routine thing. Because I mean, these grocery stores are everywhere, man. Like, you can go to the land to the south of you. You can go to the land of the stones. You got options, friend. Ah. Well, yeah. Having the rental car situation doesn't help either. Maybe I need a long here. This is a long boy. You need a 2-hour nap to function? Giant Eagle's just a local, it's a store brand, just a grocery store. Like, some places have, Wegmans, and some places have, gosh, I don't even know that many grocery stores. That's just a local spot near I think it originated in Pennsylvania. Myers, yes, that's one I should know the name of. Not the first one that came to my mind, but that's okay. Huh. This isn't lining up with the first floor. It should, though. Is it possible the first floor is too short? Let me take a look. Okay, so the first floor needs to have a medium here, and definitely has a long first. We need 2 mediums and then 2 longs. Okay. This is going to tweak the first floor. No big deal. What the gory? Your mod's so strict? I didn't do that. Coax did. That's okay. Easy fix. But that's a medium. That's weird. Why would this not align then? Let me delete you. Yeah, this is a medium. Food libraries, yes. Macy's, huh? I've never heard of a Macy's grocery store. I've heard of them as like a department store, like a JCPenney's. Okay. So Coax did have the first floor relatively right. It's just that the second floor is a little bit goofy. That looks right. Oops. I'll have to fix that. He technically didn't swear, but he also technically did. Well, yes, but actually, no. I don't know if I can get this to snap. I'm just gonna delete the whole thing. I'll prefab it later. I'm in Utah after all. Are people in Utah known for swearing? Like, I got friends that are truck drivers. When they swear, I'm like, okay, this checks out. I don't associate foul language with a space as much as I associate it with a profession. It's the implication. Exactly. All right, gang. Well, I'm going to go ahead and save. We haven't made a ton of progress, but this doesn't happen overnight. It took us over 12 hours just to get what we have and then some. We have been streaming for a full hour now, though. So what I'm going to do real quick is I'm going to take a quick break, stretch the legs, get the heart rate back up, refill my water. We're going to also take this opportunity to talk to you real quick about Extra Life a little bit more. Don't go nowhere. We have a great rest of the stream for you. We'll be right back. Stick around.
Extra Life flyers.
Extra Life parties?
Yeah.
Some of those cost money, but some of them that are not.
The Teen Advisory Board is a board made up of both patients of the hospital and siblings of patients to the hospital.
Most of us have chronic acute illnesses ranging from cancer to Crohn's disease.
We had all these amazing teens that were so motivated and wanted to do so much for the hospital. So that's when we decided to do a teen advisory board. It all kind of came together rather quickly.
The Starflower gift shop is also selling the t-shirts we designed.
We come together every month to raise money for the hospital.
He used to run track. He texted me from school, and no kid texts their parent to go to the doctor.
Christian was different. He was incredible. He is by far the biggest impact out of all of us on this board.
I'm like, what's going on? He's like, my leg is hurting, and it's swollen and hurts really bad. Joseph had taken him to the doctor, and Joseph's like, Dr. Glover said that we need to take Chris to Scott and White tomorrow. He has an appointment at 8 o'clock in the morning. He has cancer. And I'm like, huh? What? You know, in my head, I'm like, what?
Last year, we set a goal for $18,000 for a Blanketrol and a vein viewer.
So Blanketrol is used to help cool down the NICU patients that come through, to keep them on a therapeutic colder state. It helps save brain cells, just save tissue too.
And we surpassed it by over $26,000.
The first thing they raised money for was something to take care of our youngest patients. And so they're clearly not thinking of themselves.
Do y'all know what Extra Life is? Have y'all heard about Extra Life or signed up yet?
We are using Extra Life as our biggest branch of the donations that we receive.
The fact that you could play video games in order to help raise money for kids, I thought that was very interesting.
And then are you part of Extra Life?
A very modern idea. People play video games all the time, so why not play video games for a cause? It felt very right and very smart.
Sign me up. All right.
One of the things that Christian had mentioned was that he felt like the Teen Advisory Board gave him purpose.
His diagnosis was osteosarcoma, which is bone cancer, and he was 14. He was walking with a cane like 3 months out of surgery. Chris was like doing chemo. He lost his hair, he gained some weight.
Christian stayed strong. He was positive throughout the entire time, but you could see him start to kind of get more tired.
All right, tell everybody bye.
Goodbye.
And tell everybody, thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Love you. We love you.
We all love you.
I remember him in the bed. He lost movement with his hands and stuff. And I'm like, oh, somebody donated. It popped up on your tablet. He's like, well, I gotta check it. I gotta send him a note and say thank you. So he would take his hand, and it would be until like 2 o'clock in the morning, and he would still be trying to like type the note into the tablet to say thank you. I think he knew his time was coming short. At the end of the day, the thought process was quality of life, because they placed him in hospice, gave him 6 months tops, you know. They didn't think he was even gonna graduate. He still graduated. He walked across the stage.
Christian Keelis.
He sat through his entire ceremony, which was amazing, but he was in extreme pain. Yeah. He wanted to do it, so.
One of the ways that he spent his time in the hospital was he wanted to make sure that the other children were taken care of. One Valentine's Day, he actually got a box of Valentines and, made his own little cards and actually went door to door and started passing out Valentines to the other kids.
His birthday was August 17th, and then he passed away October 4th.
I remember after he passed away, how we just kind of all sat in a room for like 15 minutes and just kind of cried together.
Actually, how about if I just donate? Okay.
That works too.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I don't think there will be anyone who will forget him at McLean Children's because he made such a strong impact.
Christian wouldn't want us to just sit here and cry over him. He would want us to keep on going.
He would have wanted us to keep tirelessly pushing forward towards our goals.
This year we want to go bigger.
This is our Extra Life page.
This year we are setting our goal to over 37,000.
And you can donate money to our page or have your own page and have people donate money to you.
As part of his ceremony, he made sure that in lieu of flowers, that everything went to Extra Life and to the Teen Advisory Board.
He would be so excited to see all of this because he wanted to be remembered, he wanted to leave a legacy, and this is one of the ways that he's been able to do that.
Alright gang, we are back. What we just saw was a miracle story, or just a very good example of how the funds raised here go to make a world of difference for kids in need in the Children's Miracle Network hospitals. That was Christian's story. Their story is pretty unique because it really highlights how a group of people can come together and really make a difference for someone that they care about, and it warms the heart to see, and it's never fun to hear the sort of the journey that some of these miracle stories take. However, the takeaway is that just because it's game over doesn't mean it's game over. You know, we have the opportunity here to remember and honor and strive to do better in the name of the people that we care about, and it's really a powerful message. It's a heavy one, but it's a powerful one at the same time. And that's what we're doing here, you guys. We are playing games and healing kids. Speaking of Extra Life, Bash Sticks use their Phantom points to make me donate to Extra Life. And that's exactly what I'm going to do here. Let me get my head out of the way, and we'll do just that. Alright, I'm going to open up a tab here, hit my magical Extra Life button, close out the old tab. Donate. This is for Phantom points. For $1. Drum roll. There it goes. Bash Sticks, thank you so much. It's going to put us at 518. That notification came quick. Is it going to update here? Or were we at 516 before? Let me just hit refresh. 518, there it goes. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let me go ahead and mark those Phantom points as complete behind me there. Sweet. Okay. Music. Are you gonna cooperate? All right, we're gonna switch to a different website here because it's pissing me off. Okay. Un momentito, por favor. Good. All right. All right. You forgot how soft and easy to cut mushrooms were. I mean, they're like a human. They're like 90% water. That's a little bit of a dark thought, but it's true, man. They are itty bitty. What are you cutting mushrooms for? Are you adding them to a chili? Okay, so we have a medium. We need larges. What's the width here? Scale. It's 30. What's this? This one's 30. Ooh, I'm gonna grab the wrong one here. Hold on. So we have a 30, 15. Oh gosh. This guy's useless. Not useless. But we need a... No wonder things have been getting goofy. Homemade turkey spaghetti. You had me at turkey. Turkey spaghetti is great. So I don't want a 30 here. I want a 20, and this is a 15. What the fork is turkey spaghetti? 30, 20. We do have 10s, correct? 10. Okay. Game changer. Okay, this is a prefab, this is a prefab, this is a prefab. Okay. Now we're talking. 15, no. 10, yes. $26. That one's allowed to be unique. That one's allowed to be unique. Oops. 10. 10. 20. 15. It's a more expensive supplier, yes. Hmm. All right. You know what? I'm gonna leave that. We'll adjust that in a minute. Do one wall at a time. Okay. Okay. This is kind of like, this is really hard because there's just so much. There's just so much math. There's just so much math here. Like how the wall is called night wall. Night wall? Night wall. I don't know where you saw that. Night wall? Oh, yes. It's Night of the Living Dead, really, what it breaks down to. I knew what knocked meant, but I don't know what. I didn't see the word night wall on the screen. A huge swarm of infected are coming from every direction. It's a raid from Yellow Timer. They are billions. My goodness. I gotta get to the raid screen. Give me just a second. What up, friendo? Welcome, welcome, welcome. How are ya? Wrong screen. This is where we're meant to go. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. You're a sleepy timer, oh no! Guys and girls, ghosts and goblins. If you're new here, hi. My name is Sean Gory, and I'll spare you the gory details. I'm dead excited to have you all here from this raid from Yellow Timer. Thank you so much for that. Oh my gosh, I never gave shoutouts to Redder Cath and Game Tease for their raids. I'm a terrible person. Let me give a shout out to Yellow Timer and Redder Cath and Game Tease for dropping those raids. Thank you, thank you, thank you. If you guys are new here, I'm a variety streamer here on Twitch, and just like Yellow Timer, I'm playing some games and healing some kids with this little thing called Extra Life, where we fundraise for kids in the Children's Miracle Network hospitals. Yellow Timer, what were you playing and how did it go, and why are you sleepy? Why are you sleepy? Hopefully you didn't do like another 12-hour stream today. I did one of those on Saturday, and I was feeling afterward. Dead by Daylight, this checks out because it's Monster Monday for you too as well, right? Or Murder Monday. Let me get my head out of the way. We'll get right back into the gameplay. Did I give Yellow Timer a shout out already? We're gonna give Yellow Timer another shout out if we did. Now work plus cardio again? Heck yeah, okay. So what we're doing now right now is we are playing Halo Infinite, and we are recreating Nacht der Untoten, which is Night of the Dead, in Halo Infinite here. And Nacht der Untoten was a map from Call of Duty Black Ops 1. There we go. And that's kind of what we're doing. We're recreating it here in Halo. You know, adulting being productive. This checks out. This totally checks out. That's messed up. Let me fix that. There we go. There's a little bit of Z fighting, I think. Fixed. Brilliant. King Flint Cole, thank you so much for that follow, friend. Let me give you a little bit of a wave. How's your Monster Monday treating you? Shoot. I hate it when I undo stuff and it just breaks the rotation. So we're rotating in whatever snap we want now. I'm leaving without saving. We're gonna come back. Or it's just this thing where it breaks a little bit. It's still technically in the beta. We'll get back to it in a minute. It's fine. It's easy to fix. We just have to give it a quick boot. No, I try to save quite often. And even then, like, let's say I haven't saved in 50 minutes. That's on me. Yes. No, I worked in the design field enough where I know you gotta be like Jesus and save often. Cool. Your 3 brain cells are working better than mine today. That's generous of you. Typically it's like 2 or 1.5. Okay. This was the wall that we were working on. And move is Control W. Is this... I'm trying to figure out what's misaligned here. This is 3 wide. So that should snap. 66. 73. Maybe I'll donate. Maybe I donated one to you. You get tomorrow though? Yeah, we'll share. We'll share. I got a lot done today at work. You deserve it. I'm gonna delete this wall because it's being weird, to say the least. This stuff is too high, I think. It is too high. It's half a click too high. Okay. That sounds fair. That's a good trade, Yellow. I appreciate that. Thank you. Okay, so I do have to grab... I do have to hold shift. I want to grab multiple things. On the Xbox, it's just like, oh, you clicked something, you have to unselect it if you want. What's up, King Flint Cole? Apparently my account wasn't verified. Sorry to hear that, but glad you verified it. Welcome, welcome. Yeah, safety first. You don't want randos coming in out of nowhere. Hi. Let me give you a wave. Yes. Yes. Thank you for being human. Appreciate that about you. Yeah, there's some things that broke. Like this little arch right here. I will have to fix that later. It'll all get there. Okay, and then we'll fight with this. We'll fight with the stairs themselves in a minute. These need to come down. That seems right. And then I think the width is fine. Glad to be here. Glad to have you. I'll duplicate this wall and we'll bring this over. Cool. So it is confirmed that this wall needs to be scooched over just a little bit. Told you I'd be back. Welcome back, Braden. How did Black Ops 1 go? Someone said I'm going to soak my bones and get the good night's sleep so I make sure the brain cells tomorrow. Alright, do you want me to drop it off at the front door or should I just send them to you through like the airmail? How do we do in this exchange? Okay, this one's also too high. Not anymore. Cool. And I gotta bring this entire wall over, so give you. The Dropbox, like it's a car. Got it. At a mechanic shop. Got it. Understood. World at War and I didn't just play. I just watched some YouTube. I understand. I thought you were... Sorry. I thought you were playing... I didn't realize you were watching. Keys in the visor. Like it's an apocalypse movie and they fall right into my hand like I was expecting them. You're gonna play but you changed your mind? That was always allowed. That was always allowed. Yellow Timer, thank you again for that raid, friend. Appreciate you. Have yourself a good night's sleep. Enjoy soaking those bones. Okay. I'm good, Britton. I'm good. I'm good. No complaints here, friend. Okay, so I literally just want to move this over a touch. There we go. This can scoot back a bit. Nope. I feel like that's jumping way too much. The fact that all these walls have not been like... We broke them apart from their prefabs means moving this stuff is annoying. Ah! I think I was in version 72 when we launched. I'll have to check the stream because like we might have just wasted the day. Because there's a bunch of stuff that's not right. Where's that music coming from? Oh, it's Halo. I'm like, what is happening? Shoot. Shoot. The boss was coming. Is there a way for me to view, like, when these were tweaked last? How excited am I for Christmas this year? About the same as normal. I got a couple good gifts for the girlfriend already, but I never, like, need and or want anything, so it's just, like, I get to hang out with the family, and I get some time off. How about you? Are you looking forward to it, Besh? Map. My files. Knocked. Play. Cancel. We get to choose the version, right? My files. You're super in the spirit this year. Good for you, Bash. Good for you. Version history. Here we go. So today's the 21st. So let's go back to version 80. Open version details. Open and forge. Version 80. Select version. Selected version. Yes. Oh, Pumpkin Jack wants us to exercise a wrist. Fist. No, that's terrible. Fist open, palm open, tip top claw, half his fist. Fist open, palm open, tip top claw, half his fist. Oh man, my knuckles don't want to crack. Shame. Oh man, that guy's got a skull as a shoulder pad. That's metal. He got gold teeth, I think, unless that's the rest of his armor. I see what you did there. I see what you did there. Okay. Oh yeah, I gotta turn off this fog of war, or this atmospheric fog. Map, atmospheric volume. Fog offset, no. White metric, enabled. There we go. Now we can actually see. Everyone I know there floods to the chair force base next door for spirits. I mean, whatever works, right? Okay. So, oh, I see it now, Lone Wolf. It says knocked. If I select the right thing, it says knocked wall. Yes. I named it that because we're on Nacht der Untoten. I was like, where do you see the word knocked wall? Like, what are you talking about? I see it now. Ooh, we got some steam emitters around. That's pretty neat. Boomers! It was actually proven that our stuff is like 8% less than other places. Oh, really? That adds up, man. That adds up fast. So we got a 10, we got a 20, we got a 30. Awesome. I'm gonna save because we've been selected from a palette that's got a weird 15. A goatee. There you go. When you grow that thing in, Brayden, you better ask people if they want to ride like Super Troopers. Gross. Scared to shave, especially down there. I'm afraid of cutting myself. Yeah, don't do that. Don't use the air. Narrow. It's only chemical burns. No big deal. All right. Well, now that we've got our, where's move? Move is W. Oh wow. Okay, hold on. Cool, got it. Super Troopers, this scene with the speedometer always gets me when I'm watching that movie and I was like 10. I'm trying to think what scene you're talking about. I can't remember. Okay. We need a prefab of... There we go. I don't want it to be all the F way over here, though. Cool, so now where that prefab I just made go? Cool. Son of a bulldog. There's just so much shiz in here now. Oh, I understand, Brayden. Yep, he's doing something to himself. Yep. Is the other prefab I made just floating somewhere in the sky? Yes, yes. Oh, this prefab's missing a back bit. Actually, that's not bad. Because this is going on a back wall. So I just hit duplicate like 8 times, and I don't know where they went. Are they in the mountains? Are they in the building? I'm so annoyed right now. We're gonna wrap up the stream, you guys. Negative, Lone Wolf. Tomorrow is grocery shopping with the Oma. We're gonna wrap up the stream, you guys. I'm losing my temper here. This is getting frustrating. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna find something to raid together. We're gonna conclude our broadcast, and then we are gonna go turn our party into their party. Don't go anywhere. We will be right back.
The lesson I want you to learn is it doesn't matter what you look like. You can be tall or short, or fat or thin, or ugly, or handsome, like your father. You can be black or yellow or white. It doesn't matter. But what does matter is the size of your heart and the strength of your character.
Alright, gang, we are going to go ahead and drop a raid over on our friend Unbounded 13. Unbounded 13 is currently playing a little bit of Fall Guys, and yeah, that's always a fun time. And they are not only an amazing streamer, but they're an amazing extra lifer, so they get double bonus points from us. I'm going to go ahead and start the raid over on their stream. I'm also Gonna make sure that Pumpkin Jack puts some stuff in our chat here for us to copy and paste over to Unbounded's channel once we get there. But that is gonna be it from me. We will be back tomorrow for some Halo the MCC. We'll be doing custom game nights with the squad. Don't go anywhere because you won't want to miss it. As always, there's never been anyone like you. There is no one like you, and there'll never be anyone like you. Love yourselves, love each other, I love you. We'll see you all next time. Stay spooky. Have yourselves a good evening. If you excuse me, I'll get back in my coffin. Good night.